To start this, I want to go over what a cyber attack is. And I'm going to start that by using Barry Collins' definition from the FBI website. The Center for Strategic and International Studies has defined it as the use of computer network tools to shut down critical national infrastructures like energy, transportation, government operations, or to coerce or intimidate a government or civilian population. And as I go through this video, those are going to be very apparent how that definition comes into play. There are several forms of possible cyber attacks. Examples are power, water, and transportation for what I'm going to be speaking of. The first is power grid. Transformers can be overloaded and destroyed. Production facilities can be temporarily or permanently taken offline. And when I say production facilities, I mean places like power plants, oil refineries, fuel transportation pipelines, commercial food harvesting and food distribution, and medication producing facilities and medical supply producing facilities. A more drastic attack can occur to bring down the power grid medium to long term. An attack can happen to those type of facilities and only bring them down independently, those facilities themselves. Or the facility and the area around it can be taken down. That area of power can be completely wiped out. And when you start looking at long term, that's where really big effects are coming into play. If you think back to natural disasters and you think of the hurricane that came through Houston, for a short time, fuel was becoming in short supply, and in some areas prices started to go up. And that was resolved over about a week and a half. But imagine if that was going on much, much longer. Imagine if the fuel production could not happen and reserves started to be used up, how hard that would be for transportation of food and transportation of all kinds of supplies to get from one place to another. Grocery stores could have a delay in their restocking. Hospitals could have a delay in medications and supplies, and things like oxygen that are in those wall outlets in hospitals. Most of the time, those come from trucks that fill up a very large external tank outside the hospital, and those could be delayed. And you can see how those things start to compound each other with people not being able to go get food. They would get nervous. Then they would stop going to work because they don't know when fuel is going to show up. And then you start having a ripple effect of other industries that have people not showing up. Think of teachers. If they can't have gasoline to get in their car to go teach, then there's no one at the school to teach kids. And if no one's at the school to teach kids, the school can't be open because there's no staff there to watch the kids. So then the kids have to stay home, meaning the parent has to stay home, which follows into a parent having to not go to work, and that cycle continues. An example of a power grid getting hacked with a cyber attack. In December 2015, Ukraine's power grid, a portion of it went completely dark. And that is considered the first successful declassified cyber attack on a power grid.